Thanks, Craig, for talking to us after the game today. Obviously, a home defeat by 1-0 to Crowborough Athletic. What's your take on that?
Poor, not good enough. In the first half, yeah, they had a couple of chances against the run of play that, I asked the boys beforehand. One of the key things for us is to be a little bit tighter defensively, not to give away, teams sort of the opportunity to score, not giving them sort of a chance in the game to get a foothold. So to make sure that we're tight, and there was a couple of opportunities when they did get that, an opportunity at a goal, but I felt that we threw our body on the line and we protected that. And then down the other end, I do feel that we got some territory. We had a couple of chances that we should do better. But then second half, and on the flip of that second half, there was just, again, we went back to kind of how it's been a little bit at times when it looked disjointed. It looked like there was a disconnection between players. And then obviously, to be honest, the goal was coming. There was a couple of chances there before that. And I just said to them afterwards we're talking about key moments all the time and recognising in the game when we've had a few moments where we're sort of up against it and no one sort of slows it down, no one sort of leads and gets us tight, no one organises that situation, and that's what's disappointing, is like we've been there more than once, yet we're not learning, and that's the problem, and that's the concern for me, is that certain players just don't seem to be learning that, and as a group that has a really negative effect, because ultimately then they score with a penalty, which again, it's not. I'll have to watch it back. It's definitely obviously a penalty, of course, but how it got to that point in the first place, and then again, like you're hanging on to try and scrape a point. Yes, we had two glorious chances, should score, but I said to them there, like scraping a 1-1 draw and a point at home to Crowborough isn't good enough.
Yeah, and it's they were very workmanlike team, weren't they? Did their jobs. They seemed very up for it, almost raising their game because they're playing at the green box probably. And the problem was when somebody like Jack Dixon is our man of the match. He had a fantastic game today, and we're not on the front foot really. I mean, what needs to change going forward? Because we're 5 points from 7 games now, so we're really up against it now.
Yeah, we are, and I just said that. So I was very real and very honest with the boys in there, and I said, we're in a bit of trouble, and we are in a bit of trouble in the sense of there's ambition around this club, and there's, the club wants to go in a certain direction, and if the players aren't able to deliver that direction, which at the minute they're not, then that's something that we have to look at. as a management team. We also have to look at are we certain messages a little bit unclear. But yeah, I mean, they were workmanlike. They knew that. We told them that. Obviously, you know, they're in the league for a reason. They're obviously going to come here and enjoy the occasion. They're going to have a go. If we don't expect that and we don't know that that's going to happen, again, that's another problem and naivety on our part. And they knew that. You know, we knew that they was going to sort of put balls in behind us. They was going to play for territory. And again, it's in terms of the information we've given them, and that's not just sort of defending the management team, but you know, we watch the videos, we go and see people, we put this sort of information across. You know, we had an hour's session on Thursday that was analysis and talking about the way we wanted to play and the way we felt we had to go, which I think in the first half, certainly in spells, was effective. I never really felt under real threat, other than a couple of chances they had. And then, like I say, it's just individual stuff second half that collectively makes an absolute disaster, and we then couldn't get a foothold. We never looked like we was really in control of the game from the start to the finish. And yeah, if you're playing up against someone that wants to run more than you, it doesn't matter all the ability in the world. If someone alongside or someone against you is running and running and running, you have to match it and you have to try and raise above that. And I don't think we did enough. Individual people did that, and that's why we, you know, where we are.
So time for the characters to stand up if they want to play for Ashford. And problem you've got, I suppose, is it's a long time now till the next league game. We've got the Velocity Cup on Tuesday, and then we've got the trophy next Saturday. It's Biggleswade. So we're going to be down in the relegation zone for a little while.
We are, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating because obviously you're trying to get a bit of a momentum in the league, so to speak, and then you're playing a game, or we've played a couple and then we're out of the league again, so there's not really any opportunity to put those wrongs right. But at the minute, it's a case of it doesn't matter what game it is. It is a league or an FA trophy. Players have got a lot to prove. Players have got a lot to actually stand up and to show, like you say, people of Ashford United and people around this club that have been here a long, long time, that it means a lot for them to actually go out there and win the game, but even more that they don't lose. And I question some of that, and I question that in the changing room because the results don't lie, you know. And as much as people go, oh, it's only 6 games, it's only 7 games, or it's only 15 games, you know. And then by the time, you know, them games are gone. And it's what I said to the boys again in there is like, you have very, very short careers, and seasons go by, you know. And at Ashford United, we don't want again for another finish of the season, 10 games to go or 15 games to go, and we're going, oh, can we get in there? Can we make something interesting? Like, this club wants to. The fans around it deserve that. And if the player and the personnel don't show that and don't consistently show that, then it'll be somewhere else for them that they do that. And that's the nature of the standard we're at. That's the nature of where we are. If we don't find people within that changing room that want to run and they don't want to turn that around, they don't want to actually fight for the football club, we'll find someone that does, you know, and we'll keep plugging away until we get that and we get a team where people go, no, this is what I want to see. It might lack a little bit of quality, but I'm fine with that. As long as they run and they want to work and they want to work harder than the person they're up against, it gives us a chance. And that needs to change very, very quickly. So, you know, Faversham, whatever game it is, the Velocity Cup, whether it's the FA Trophy, there's a lot for these players to prove. There's a lot for us as a group to show and to prove to supporters and other people that, you know, we are still hanging around. We still kind of mean it.
Yeah, it's a difficult game for young George Brook to make his debut on. He signed yesterday, as I understand it. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, I mean, it was poor lad. It was near on impossible. And we had a plan. We was sort of along those lines with a plan until obviously the sending off, and that throws a massive spanner in the works. So then you're trying to manoeuvre different things, and it's really tough to actually to get George on the pitch. So he's probably a little bit disappointed. Also, you know, he brings energy. He's got legs in terms of getting around the pitch. He's played quite a few games at step 3 this season. So and again, another good lad that wants to come in and wants to do well, and was very grateful for the opportunity. So hopefully, you know, he adds something a little bit different to us. And
then finally, Will's sending off. So that will be 1 game suspension. Will the Velocity Cup be included in that?
I couldn't tell you, Jez. I'm not really too sure. It's definitely obviously 1 game because it's not serious foul play. It's I suppose the only saving grace it's not the next league game. It'll either be that one or the FA Trophy, I should think. Yeah. And then obviously we'll be back in there. But but yeah, again, not ideal. Not
Yeah.
ideal.
Well, bad luck today, Craig. Thanks for talking to us,
No
and
worries.
we'll get there in the end.
Yeah, we will. Cheers.
Thanks.